Morning, everyone. It is Monday, October 13th. This is Mark coming to you from Southern California. Hey, today I wanted to just shoot a quick video with my Instacam 360 X5. It's a new camera. I'm learning how to work it. I wanted to show you my rig, my Goldwing, some of the accessories that I have on it, and I thought that I would take this opportunity because it's a cool day out here in Southern California. It's been it's very, very hot out here lately, and today we're getting ready for a storm that's coming in, so it seems to be cooling down a little bit. But I wanted to work my way from the front of the bike to the back of the bike and just show you some of the accessories that I have on my bike. And so I'm going to start at the front. And if any of you have ever heard of dark siding, I'm a double dark side rider. So what that means is I have a car tire to the rear of my bike, and I have a front motorcycle tire to the front of my bike. So this tire right here is a Battle Axe BT 46. It's the same dimensions as a typical front tire that would come on a Honda Goldwing, and this is a 2017 Honda Goldwing level 3. It has everything on it with the exception of an airbag, GPS, ABS, has everything, just doesn't have an airbag. It's a great bike. I also bought the FOBO air monitoring system to put on the air stems so that I can monitor my air pressure on my tires in real time from my phone, and I'll show you where that's mounted later. These little gizmos right here are deer whistles. Now, there are some who will say that they absolutely do nothing. I have come across a deer on several occasions, and they don't step out in front of me, so I'm going to say that they have helped me out in the past. I have this old GoPro Hero 7 White. It stopped working for the longest time, and I actually threw it in a box for quite some time and never used it. About a year ago I pulled it out, put it on the charger, and amazingly it just started working, and I've been using it now kind of as a forward working running camera, just to record what's happening in case I get into an accident, and it works great. I don't care too much about the fact that it's white, but because it does what I need it to do. So I've kind of tossed vanity out the window when it comes to that. So it works great. It's hooked up to a power source, so whenever I turn the bike on, it automatically powers up, so I don't have to worry about ever charging it at all. If you look down below, I have some pretty good driving lights. I'm going to turn on the ignition. I'm going to show you all the lights that I have to the front of the bike. I think it's pretty impressive, but there's some people that don't like it when I come across them, and that's okay. These are all these lights that you see on the front of this bike are from electrical connection. Everything, starting at the top with those running lamps that are inset inside the turn signal housings. When you turn on the turn signals, and I'll show you right now, they switch from a running lamp to a turn signal, and then also if you put them into a hazard light mode, they do the same thing, and then as soon as you turn the signal off, they go back to running lamp mode. They're not very bright, but they look cool. I put LED lights in all of my headlight positions. And what a pain that is. If you have small hands, it's easy to do. If you don't have small hands, it's harder to do, but you're going to come out with a lot of cuts on your hands. Or you can take it to the dealer and have them do it, and they'll just charge you to take apart the whole front of the bike to get to it. So, and then if you look below, we got some really amazing fog lamps here. And I run these during the day at all at the same time. Everything. I want people to see me. And so occasionally I'll get someone that'll, you know, show me the bird because they are displeased with my super ultra bright lights during the day. So, but at least I know they see me. So, and they acknowledge that by showing me the bird. As we come around here, I have some pretty good highway pegs on here. These are made by Kuryakin. They're called Ergo 3. They're pretty cool. The thing I like about these is when I'm sitting on the bike, they're in this upright position, but if I decide to put my foot down on them, all I have to do is they articulate downward. And those are really cool, as opposed to them being in the downward position all the time. So they move up. So when I'm into twisties, I kick the foot peg up, and it gives me a little bit of room if I want to really lean into the curves. And so those are cool. If you look underneath the turn signal housings, you'll notice that I have these wind deflectors here. Now, these are knockoffs of a brand called Baker. Baker used to make all kinds of wind deflectors for these Honda Goldwings. And one of mine broke off. They're really easy to break off if you don't treat them kindly. And I found these on eBay for $40, and I just had to do some slight modifications. The difference between the ones on eBay and the ones from Baker are nylon screws. Baker made theirs with nylon screws so that if they broke away, the nylon would just break off real easy and you wouldn't have, you know, a lot of damage. But these are metal screws, so, you know, hopefully I can find some nylon screws to replace them soon. But they do well. I mean, you really need to have these, especially when you're riding in the winter time, to break that wind towards your hands. As I move around over here towards now to the cockpit, I'll call it. I'm getting back into motor vlogging. Well, I really never started, but anyway, I really had a hard time trying to determine how I was going to mount this selfie stick for this Instacam, and I finally came up with this design right here. And these chin mounts, these things are awesome. They are a rubber mount, so it pretty much molds to whatever you want to fasten it to, as opposed to having a hard piece of plastic. And so I mounted it here. There's a recess in my Klock Werks windshield, which I'll go over here shortly. And this contraption right here, I don't even know what you call it. It's just a mount for selfie sticks. Was on the back, and I'll show you where it was. I finally got it to mount up to the windshield, and right here, because what was happening is I had it mounted on the other side, but once I got up to like 75-80 miles an hour on the freeway, the selfie stick wanted to push back towards me, and I didn't want that. So with this is going to hold it firm in place. It's going to leave the selfie stick at an angle, and it's going to really give me that view that I want, so I can lift that selfie stick up high and get those shots all around and behind me. And so that worked out really well. I have some ram mount clutch and brake fluid reservoir mounts that I use for all of my devices for the most part. It's got quad lock, magnetic charger for the iPhone. And I will tell you one thing, when I first bought this, I'm trying to save a buck. I just bought it without the dampener, and I immediately noticed that I was gonna just kill my phone, just because of the vibration. And you would think, well, he's got a Honda Goldwing, you know, there really isn't any vibration there, and boy, believe me, there was. So I ordered up the dampener, and that really has saved my iPhone from certain death, or at least the camera from certain death. I run an Escort radar detector that was given to me by a good friend of mine, Rick. Thank you very much, Rick. And in some states, I guess it's not legal to have a radar detector in your car or on any kind of mode of transportation. But right here, I forgot to mention, this is a Klock windshield. I replaced the OEM windshield that was clear, and the reason I did this, because as you can see, it has this kind of flared upward taper to it, and that really has taken away a lot of the buffeting that you get when the wind hits your head and wants to push your helmet back. This is really taking it away. And you know, I bought the one that had the vent in it, so I can kind of cool myself down a little bit. I also have a Garmin XT2 external GPS. This bike comes with a Garmin GPS in it. As you can see, it's in the dash there. I won't turn it on right now, but because the lawyers don't like you doing anything while you're riding the bike, they really limit what you can do while you're on the fly with the in-dash Garmin device. And it's a really good GPS. It's when they first came out with a GPS on the Honda Goldwing, which was in 2006, it was a point A to point B device. You know, you could plot a course, but you were just plugging in one address to the next, just trying to plot a course as you go. And you know, if everything worked out right, you were pretty much able to stay on path. But in 2010, Honda moved their manufacturing operation across to Japan, and so in 2011 they didn't make a Honda Goldwing, and during that time they set up their manufacturing process in Japan, and in 2012 the Goldwing came back on American soil, and when they did that, they came out with a new and improved GPS system that was an in-dash system. But with this one, they allowed you to create custom routes. And if you had a route planner program in your computer, you could create a route, a custom route. You could download it onto an SD card, and you could insert it into the GPS unit, which is in the back, and it would automatically read that you put a new route in there, and then you could navigate off of that. But unfortunately, you weren't able to make changes to it while you were on the fly. With these Garmin external devices, you don't have that issue. You can make changes on the fly, and there are times when we don't make reservations for anything. We just go when we get tired. We just want to look for a place to stay. With a Garmin device, what you can do is you can just, you know, select a category, lodging, hit it, and then it'll tell you where the closest lodging is. And then if you're looking for, say, a place like Best Western or something like that, you can just look for Best Western hotels and hit that. And then if you want, you can even call it. And if your headset is connected to the Garmin device, to your Garmin, you can actually call it and make your reservation right then and there. So so that's a pretty cool feature that I like on there. I am having issues right now because with this camera that I'm using right now, it doesn't play well with my Garmin. When I have the camera on and I have the the headset connected to the camera, it disconnects me from my Garmin device, and that is posing a problem for me right now. So I have a help ticket into Sena to see if there's some kind of a firmware update that they can use, and we'll get to that later. So now I want to talk about my my helmet and my communications. And I am a Sena guy to the bone. I won't use any other devices for communications other than Sena. And so, as you can see, I have my two helmets here. I'm also an HJC guy. I love their helmets. I won't use any other helmets other than them, I don't think, ever. But I have two different helmets here. I've got the HJC I-90, which is a modular helmet. I have a Sena 60S mesh communicator hooked up to this one. And over here, usually for the summertime, I have the HJC I-30, which is a 3/4 helmet with a face shield that comes down. It just gives me a little bit more airflow as I'm riding around, just to keep me a little bit cooler. I also have a Sena 60S that is connected to that. To kind of control everything that's going on with these headsets, I have a Sena RC4 remote control. So a lot of the things that I would have to reach up to touch the modules to control, I can do it from this remote control. So these are really real good helmets. You'll notice my seat. You're probably saying, wow, what a weird seat. Well, what I have here is this is a Wind Rider seat cover. And man, I'm going to tell you something. This has been a game changer for me, especially when I ride in the summer months, because sometimes I have to, for my work, sometimes I have to go do work on my bike. And when you sit on one of these vinyl seats on a Honda Goldwing, I can tell you it is hot. But with this seat cover on the bike, you never feel that heat. And when you're riding and it's really hot, the wind passes underneath you, and it is really noticeable. Some people think that that's exaggerated, but it's not. And the only way I can explain it is you have to buy one and try it to understand what I'm talking about. So Wind Rider seat covers, they make them for all kinds of motorcycles. When I was inquiring about this one, they had not yet made one. And so I sent them a letter. About 3 months later, they responded back to me. They told me, hey, we have one. You want to try it out? We'll give it to you at a discounted price just to try it out. And they did. And now they're making them for the Honda Goldwings. As I work my way back right here, you know, anytime you want to, if you're doing a lot of long distance riding, a lot of touring, you're going to ride in different kinds of weather. So you always want to make sure that you have, you know, proper riding gear for when you're riding out and about, you know, rain gear, cold weather gear. And so what I have displayed right here is I have my heated liner from Goldwing. It's a 12 volt system. I have it set up so that I can plug it into my bike right here, and I can control the temperature through this panel mount control, 12 volt control. I have a setup here for my passenger, which I never have. I had this set up for my wife, but she doesn't go out very much with me. So over here I have my heated gloves and my Goldwing heated liner. And you know, when some people are layering up, throwing sweatshirts on and leather jackets and all kinds of other things just to stay warm, all I do is throw this liner on, plug it in, throw a light jacket on, and turn this thing up to like 85 degrees, 90 degrees, have my Goldwing heated gloves on, and I'm good. I don't have that bulky movement restricting clothing on, so it's really good. And then the last thing I want to show you is my trailer. This right here is a 2006 Bushtec Quantum Sport trailer. When you talk about being able to bring everything with you in the kitchen sink, this is this is it right here. If I can take anything I need here, and I usually do. And sometimes people will say, why are you bringing that with you? We're only going for 2 or 3 days. Well, that's fine. I can bring enough stuff for 2 or 3 days. And guess what? I can carry some of your stuff too if you want me to. So it always comes in handy because I can always carry tools with me. I'm always prepared. I can bring all kinds of stuff in anticipation for something happening that we may have to address. And extra gas I carry. I usually don't carry it inside the trailer because I don't want my clothes and everything to start smelling kind of weird. So usually what I'll do is, like right now, I have my extra gas right here, 2.25 gallons of gas inside there. But toolbox, I have one bag that fits in there with all my clothes. It has rollers on it, so when I get to my destination, I just pull that bag out, roll it into the hotel. I'm good to go. And so yeah, this is my bike. This is what I used to do. You know, it's my daily commuter. It's kind of an old bike. It's a 2017, but it's a Honda Goldwing. So if you take care of it, it'll take care of you. And I think I've done a pretty good job in taking care of her. And you know, I just wanted to share this with you. Oh, I forgot to show you for 2012s and above. Klock came out with this nice cool little cubby, and I had to do some carving in here because it's pretty much just for like a bottle of water, but I wanted to be able to put a mug in here. And so this cubby comes right here, and now I have a place to put my water. And then if I have my wife on the back of the bike here and she wants to have her mug, then I can put this right here and she can put her mug inside that little container there. So anyway, that's about it. When my other part comes in today, this selfie pole will be mounted right here, so I'll be able to have this camera going to the back as well. I'm even contemplating buying a second camera, but I don't know. It's we'll see. Sometimes it's, do I need it or do I want it? And so I have to kind of weigh that out. So anyway, hey, thanks for taking time to watch this video. And if you like what you see and you want to see more content, and if you want to know anything about any of the products that I've just talked about, check out the links below, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And you have a great day.